Hello everybody, welcome again. So today we're going to be talking about a K-drama called 39. So let's get into it. So 39 is a show about three ladies who are best friends and they're in the last year of their 30s, which is 39, hence the name of the show. They've known each other for 20 years and they have a very strong bond, but they also do not follow the society standards and stereotypes about who they should be or what they should be like at that age. They are very confident in themselves and they are very inspirational to see. These characters are beautifully fleshed out and I really loved it. Chamijo is sort of like the first lead and a lot of the things that happen in the show are seen from her perspective. She's a doctor who has her own clinic, or more so it's a family-owned clinic. The second main lead is Jung Chan Young and a lot of the things that happen in the show revolves around her. She is an acting coach and she has a very complicated life. The third main lead is Jang Joo-hee and she works in the beauty industry. She's kind of like the most sensitive among the three of them, but she's also the most chill and rational. She is a very simple person and lives a very balanced life. Her character was very nice. Her character was very refreshing. So when I first saw the trailer for this drama, I was very excited and I knew it was definitely something I was going to watch, because from my experience, every time like a K-drama is led by female characters, it's usually very interesting, very entertaining, and I tend to learn a lot from them. And this show was no different. 39 was no different. It was beautifully written, beautifully acted, beautifully executed, and I learned so much. Again, like I said, the characters are so very strong and confident. They do not envy anyone because they're so satisfied with themselves. They know who they are and they love themselves. And in fact, they even had me envying them because I was like, I wish I was this confident with myself. I mean, it's a life goal really, just to be satisfied with where you are in life and not kind of look to what people think about you. You know yourself, you know what works for you, and you go for it. And it was very nice. It's a really good lesson that anybody at any time or age in their life can learn. In the show, they address the fact that two of the friends are kind of closer to themselves than the other, and I really love the way they maturely dealt with it, because you could see that in as much as yes, they acknowledge and they establish that yes, these two are kind of closer than the other to themselves than the other person, you could see that none of them felt a little bit more important or less important than the others. They still loved each other so much because they were so confident in who they were and confident in their bond. They knew that nobody was kind of left to the sideline. They very much cared for each other and they were satisfied with that, and I really love that. A lot of times, if we can get to that point in our very own relationships, it will cause, or rather it will stop a lot of drama that kind of comes up sometimes. The show itself was very entertaining and was very tragic and heartbreaking, but at the same time it was also wholesome and it was just beautiful. They found out that one of them was actually terminally ill, and the way they dealt with that illness, the way the person like herself dealt with it was so inspirational. The fact that she could actually look at this thing. I mean, she just entered, she was not even 40 yet, but I mean, she wasn't happy with what was happening with her, but the way she just went across and dealt with it, you could see that she was very much satisfied with the life she led. And again, it's another lesson that no matter when life ends for you, if you live the life that makes you happy, if you live the life that is satisfactory, at the end of the day, you can look back on life without regret. And this person did it, and it was just beautiful. I really love the way, not just the character herself, but her best friends too dealt with it. They just took it like head on. They faced it. They took the bull by the horns, and they just enjoyed themselves. They knew they didn't have time with this person, and they were going to make the most of the little time they had. It was really beautiful, seriously. It actually reminded me of something very similar that happened in my life. I wasn't directly involved, but I was friends with those people, and it just like, you know, it was a very similar situation. The way they handled it as well was very similar, and it was just beautiful. It made me, you know, realize the importance of my friends. It made me appreciate them more, and it made me realize, you know, that a very good developing good relationships and friendships in your life are what would make, you know, your life beautiful, and what would make you truly, you know, happy. Like developing good relationships and having people around you, not just family but friends. Because yeah, you can have family, and yes, they are there for you. You know, they support you and they help you through it. But then sometimes there is just something that like nobody else can understand except like a good friend, and it's just like I aspire to that. I aspire to make those kind of good relationships that I can lean on, that I can hold on to, that we can have times of laughter and joy, but then we can also call each other out with the most harshest words that we could think about, because we know that we are saying it out of love, and we'll still be able to handle it and still be able to love each other in the end. It is a goal. Aside from the terminal illness plot, they also addressed some other things in the show which were very much real life experiences, and again they dealt with it so beautifully well. They had happy moments, they had sad moments, they had tragic moments, you know, they had moments of regret, and they made sure that they acknowledged their mistakes and where they went wrong, and they strove to do better. And again, it's just a life lesson. Just acknowledge where you went wrong and just do better. The show was beautiful. I mean, at this point there is nothing more to say than to say, if I were to rate it, I would just say it is completely unforgettable. It was something that I would watch time and time again because I learned so much from it. I got so much out of it. It was very beautiful. If for nothing else, it just makes me want to live a life where I can look back on it and I say, yes, no matter when this life ends for me, I did my best and I did all I needed to do. I was a blessing to people and I blessed people, because that was kind of how all of them were. They were loved by the people around them because they were very much vital and important in the relationships that they built. And honestly, this show deserves awards. It deserves awards for the acting, for the directing, for the writing. Everything was a masterpiece, and there's nothing else I can say about it. So that's it for me and 39. As you can see, it was a beautiful show, and I recommend anybody and everybody to go and watch it. You will not be sorry. Thank you so much for watching this. Please like, please comment, please share, please subscribe. And as always, I wish each and every one of you wellness in every single area of your lives. Bye bye.